Hi guys, welcome back again to the channel. Today we are making this beautiful shirt gown, as you can see on the thumbnail. So if you are interested, please continue watching and watch the video to the end so you won't miss out of any important information. So with that being said, let's get started. I'll be making the gown with this material over here. What they use for that gown is check material. So if you have check material, go ahead and make use of it. But for me, I'll be making use of this fabric. The important thing is for you to learn how to go about it. You can get any material of your choice and make use of it. So for that particular style, you will need like 3 yards or 3.5 yards to get the style done, depending on how big you are. Alright, so I have about 3 yards of fabric here. So as you can see, the style has 2 parts to it. It has 2 parts to it. We have the half length and the down length, which is the handkerchief 360 degrees flay. Okay, so we are going to start with the half length. After cutting the half length, we move over to the down part. So guys, I'm going to place my fabric on fold using the bust circumference divided by 4 and the half length. The half length I'm working with is 16 inches. So I've placed my fabric on fold using my bust circumference divided by 4. I'll be adding 2 inches to that. So my bust circumference divided by 4 is 10 inches, then plus extra 2 inches. And towards this side, I'll measure my half length. I'll be making use of 16 inches for my half length, and I'm going to add extra 2 inches here. So guys, this is for the front side. You know we're making a shirt gown, so the back side will be longer than the front side. So towards this side, I'll increase here by 3 inches. Do you understand? So the back side is bigger by 3 inches. So guys, now I have the front part, and then this is the back side of the half length. So like I said, the back side is longer than the front side by 3 inches. So having done that, I'm going to measure ½ inch over here for my starting point line, and that will be my shoulder line as well. So this is my shoulder line. Now the type of shirt we are making will have an attached bottom placket. Do you understand? So because of that, I'm not going to add any button overlap. So for the bottom placket, I'll only measure ½ inch over here to attach the bottom placket. So this space will be for my bottom placket allowance. Do you understand? So for that reason, I'm going to shift this. I'll shift it a bit so that it will not be part of what we are doing. So I'm going to shift it a bit. And so what I just simply did is to place the back side. This is what I did. The back side on this line so that it will not be part of what we are doing, because it's an allowance. I hope you understand. I'm going to start my measurement on this line. The shoulder measurement I'm working with is 17 inches. Normally my shoulder measurement is 16 inches. Divided by 2 will give us 8. But for this shirt gown, I'm going to increase my shoulder measurement by 1 inch. So the shoulder measurement I'm working with is 17 inches. Divided by 2 will give us 8.5. And the neck width for this shirt is going to be 2.5 inches. 2.5 inches. If you are of a bigger size, you can make the neck width 3 inches. But for me, the neck width is going to be 2.5 inches. So having done that, I'm going to slope the shoulder by 1.5 inches. You know, like I said, we are making a shirt, so I want it to slope very, very well. So 1.5 inches, you can do 2 inches. Okay, so I'll slope by 1.5 and connect. This is because our shoulders are not straight, so this is my new shoulder line, slanted. So guys, having done that, the next thing I'm going to do is to add my shoulder joining allowance of 1/2 inch. So I'll come over here, measure 1/2 inch, and come over here as well and measure 1/2 inch and connect. So this is what I have. So I'm going to cut this out. So this is what I have now. Pay attention. If you don't know how to make shirts, this video is actually for you. At the end of this tutorial, you should make one shirt for yourself. So I'm going to trim off this side. So this is what I have. So after sloping the shoulder, the next thing I'm going to do is to shift this. I'm going to shift this to be equal to this back side over here. So our allowance is now at the shoulder side. The reason is because the back side is meant to fall back to the front side. Do you understand? This is how shirt is being made. So what I have here is about 3 inches, which is the extra allowance I added. Do you understand? So guys, the next thing I'm going to do is to add my neckline. Okay, so I'll come over here. I already have my neck width of 2.5 inches. Then the neck depth I'm working with is going to be 2 inches. 2 inches. If you're of a bigger size, you can make it 2.5 inches. Okay, so I have 2 inches over here, and I'll draw my round neck. So I'm going to make a round shape here. So this is my round neckline for the front side. Then at the back side, I'm going to measure 2 inches as well. 2 inches at the back side. So I have 2 inches here, 2 inches here. That's for me. But if you are of a bigger size, you can make here 2.5 inches and here 2 inches. Do you understand? So having marked the neck depth to be 2 inches, the neck width is 2.5 inches. So this is what I have. I'll equally make my neck, my round neck. So guys, I have my back neckline and the front neckline. So I'm going to cut it out. Okay? So this is what I have. The next step is to fold in this excess like this. Now, take note of the folding. The way you fold it, you will make sure that this side will overlap this line. You know, this is my shoulder joining allowance. We are going to overlap this side to this line, which is our actual measurement. So I'm going to place it like this. Can you see? This is what I have. Once I'm through with this, then I'll come over here and then trim off the back neckline. You can see the excess over here. Can you see? Because the shoulder is in a slanted form. So we have excess fabric here after cutting the back neckline. So I'll just redraw the shape like this to rhyme with the front neckline. So this is what I have. So I'll quickly trim it off. Can you see? So we now have the perfect neckline. You have to measure this side to make sure that it will rhyme with your neck measurement. Do you understand? So you can just measure it like this. Mine is 15 inches. 15. So I'll measure it. And what I have is 7.5, which is 15 inches. 7.5 into 2 is 15 inches. So having gotten the neckline, I'm going to confirm the half length I'm working with. From here now, from here, I'll measure my half length. Okay? So the half length I'm working with, like I said before, is 16 inches. 16. I'm going to add 1 inch for allowance. And I'm going to add extra 1 inch again for that allowance only at the front side. So what I have here is 2 inches in total. 1 inch for that and 1 inch for sewing allowance. Do you understand? But the dart is going to be at the front side alone. Okay? So if you look closely to that style, you see that at the bust side, the center bust side, there is a little gathers there. That is what I mean as my dart allowance. So I'm going to place 1 inch to cover for that gathers. So after I gather 1 inch, it will rhyme with my half length plus my sewing allowance. I hope you understand. Only at the front side. So I have 2 inches here. I'll cut it. I'm going to shift the front side. Okay, I'll shift the front side a bit like this and measure 1 inch. That allowance I added for the front side, I'll measure it here to take it away because the back side is not part of it. So I'll take it away and we'll be left with 1 inch for joining allowance. So that small gathers at the front side is optional. If you don't want it, skip that part. Okay? Over here at the hemline, I'm going to take away the dart allowance. 1 inch. So that the two of them will rhyme together at the side. Can you see what I did? So I'll quickly trim off this. So the back side, the back and the front is equal at the side, but not equal at the center. I'm going to make 1 inch gathers here at the bust side. So by the time I gather 1 inch, it will be equal. The back side and the front side will rhyme together. Do you get? So the reason why I trim 1 inch here is because the gathers will not affect this side. It will only affect the center side. So this part I'm explaining is optional. If you are not interested, just keep it. But if you want to gather the center front, then please go ahead and do that with me. Having done that, the next step is to add my shoulder measurement and add my circumference measurement. So I'm going to come over here and I'll add my shoulder measurement, which is 17 inches divided by 2, 8.5. And at that point, I'm going to add my armhole depth, which is 8 inches. To get your armhole depth, divide your bust circumference by 6 and add 1.5 inches to whatever thing you got. So I'll remeasure my 8.5 to maintain a straight line. So I'm going to draw my straight line like this. So the next step is to draw my armhole curve. So to do that, I'll measure my bust circumference divided by 4. And mine is 10 inches. That is 40 divided by 4, 10. Do you understand? So I'm going to connect. This is what I have. So for the armhole curve, I'm going to take the midpoint of this armhole depth, which is 4. 8 into 2 is 4. Then I'll go in by half an inch. And this curve that I'm about to make is for the front side. So this is my front armhole curve. For the back armhole curve, I'll just make a curve like this. So I have the back and the front. Okay? So I'm going to add 1.5 inches for my sewing allowance and take that line, that curve to that point. So I've added my bust measurement. Then to the half length, over here I'll add my waist measurement. Mine is 35. 35 divided by 4 will give us 8.75. 8.75. So I'll be adding 1.5 inches for my sewing allowance. So I'll cut the back armhole curve before the front. So this is the back. Then I'm going to shift the front. I'll open it up and then trim the armhole curve for the front side. Can you see what I have? I will notch this part to indicate the shoulder point or the shoulder line. So this is it. Then for the center front, I'm going to open it up to get 2 pieces. This is where I'm going to attach my button placket. This is it for the half length. We are going to move over to the down part, which is the handkerchief flay 360 degrees flay. At this point, if you have not given this video a thumbs up, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up so that every other person can benefit from the video as well. So I'll shift this aside while we cut the down part. So guys, for the down part, I've placed my fabric on fold into 2. The full length of the gown I'm working with is 35 inches. You know, this is a handkerchief flay. So the length we are going to consider is the short part, not the longest part. And from the shoulder to that point that is shorter is the full length of the gown. The longer part is just a style or a design. So for me, the length of the gown I'm working with is 35 inches. Now, 35 minus half length, which is 16 inches, will give me 19 inches. I'll add extra 6 inches to 19 inches. So, this is what I did. 19 inches is the length plus extra 6 inches. So this is how I folded my fabric, and this is into 2. I'm going to fold the material into 4 places. So I'll take this side, I'll fold it again into 4. I folded it into 4 places. So the next folding is going to be in a bias form or triangular shape. So I'll take this side is open, I'll fold it like this to get my triangular shape. So this is into 4 and this is into 8 fold. Do you understand? So guys, after placing my fabric on fold in a triangle shape like this, remember the number of fold is 8. So what I'll simply do is to come over here and place my waist measurement divided by 8. It's as simple as that. So the waist measurement I'm working with is 35. Divided by 8 will give me 4 point something something. But I'm going to make use of 4 inches. So over here, I'll measure to get 4 inches, which is my waist measurement divided by 8. Please make a straight line, not a curved line. So from this line, I'll now take the length of the down part, the length of the flay. Okay, so like I explained before, the length I'm working with is 19 inches. So over here, I'll measure 19 inches and mark. So this is 19 inches. And I'm going to measure 19 inches all through. So if you are making a circle, skirt or gown, this is how you just cut it. You cut here and then you cut here. Okay? So for that handkerchief effect, I'm going to come over here and add some inches according to my choice. There's no fixed number you can add here. So I'll be adding my desired inches here to form the handkerchief effect. Okay, so I'll measure what I have here, and I have about 10 inches extra here, but I will not make use of the entire 10 inches. If you want, you can make use of the 10 inches. Like I said, everything is entirely your choice. So I'm going to measure 8 inches over here. So from here to here is 8 inches. This is to get the handkerchief effect. Alright? So the next step is to connect from here to that point. So if you want to take the midpoint of this, so what I have here is 19. The midpoint is going to be 9.5. So you can mark 9.5. And from here, you connect down to the 8 inches. If you want to take the midpoint, it's okay. If you don't want, you can just eyeball it. Just from here, you connect. From here like this, you connect to the 8 inches. Now, the connection also depends on what you want. Like, as you can see, I connected it straight. I connected it with a straight line. If you want, you can connect in a curvy shape like this. You can connect in a curvy shape like this. So all this, the way you connect it depends on you. It just depends on what you want per time. Do you understand? So I'm going to make use of the straight connection instead of the curved connection. So guys, this is what we have, and over here I'll cut this side out. So the next step is for me to open one side. I'm going to open this side for my button placket. So this side will be at the front side. Can you see? So I open only one side. So guys, after cutting the circle flay, this is what I have. Instead of having a round shape at the down part, we have a 4-corner edge because of the handkerchief effect. Do you understand? So we have 4 different 4-corner edge. So this is it. And then this side that I open will be at the front side for the button placket. Do you understand? So this is it for the down part. We are going to start the sewing of the gown now. So guys, to sew the gown, we are going to start with the half length, and this is the front side while this is the back side. So the first thing I'm going to do is to gather this side by 1 inch. Remember, I created 1 inch allowance for that. So this is the chest line. I'm going to extend it to the center, and from there I'll measure 1 inch. The 1 inch I added extra here, if you can remember. So I'll measure 1 inch, and I'm going to notch the 2 points. So I'll gather this 1 inch. So I'll just notch here and notch here. So we are just going to gather here. Can you see? So automatically we have created that here. That is a space for the bust. So I'll just gather this side, and after I'm done, as you can see, this side and this side will now be equal. I hope it's clear now. So like I said, if you don't want this side, if you don't want to gather this side to create a little dart here, skip this part. It's optional. All right, so I'll go over to the machine, gather up this side. Once I'm through with that, the next step is to join the 2 shoulders. So this is the back side. I'll just place this right side to right side. So this is it. I'll place it like this, and I'll sew by 1/2 inch. I'll sew the 2 shoulders by 1/2 inch. So guys, after joining the 2 shoulders, I went ahead to shape the 2 sides with my sewing allowance. So this is my dart at the bust side. So this is what I have after sewing. So the next step is to attach the down part. So I'll open it up like this, and I'll place it right side to right side, and I'll go over to my sewing machine to fix the down part to the half length. So guys, after attaching the down part, this is what I have. We now have our complete gown. So this is the down part, and yeah, the next step is to measure what we have. I'm going to measure this side and use it to cut out the button placket. Okay, so I'll just take the measurement I have here, and I have 31 inches. 31 inches. I have my 2 pieces for the button placket. This is 3 inches, 3 inches, and I have over here 32 inches. Do you understand? So this is it. So the next step is to attach my interfacing on the wrong side of the fabric. step is to fold in my 1/2 inch sewing allowance at only one side. So after that, the next step is to fold this like this. Remember, the button placket should be 1 inch, so I'm going to measure 1 inch and fold. So guys, this is what I have. So while stitching on my fabric, I'm going to sew with this allowance. So what I'll do is to place it right side to right side, right side to right side. I'll place it like this, and I'm going to stitch on this allowance all the way down. Then after that, I'm going to turn it over like this. Turn it over. Then this allowance I have here, I'll tuck it inside the placket. So I'll open it like this, tuck the sewing allowance inward, use this particular side to cover it, and top stitch. I hope you understand. I'll do the same thing on this one. So guys, after attaching the button placket, this is what I have, and I've gone ahead to attach a short basic sleeve turn-up, as you can see, because I don't like that sleeve on that style. But if you're interested in learning how to make the sleeve on that style, please let me know in the comment section. All right, so I'm going to stop here so that the video will not be too long. In another video, I'm going to show you the tutorial on how to cut the collar and attach it neatly. So if you're interested in learning how to make shirt collar, please make sure your notification is on, so that by the time I upload the video, you'll be the first to be notified. Alright, and if you have not given this video a thumbs up, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to join the family as well. Thank you so much. So guys, go ahead and try it out. Let me know your results in the comment section. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Till next time, I will see you again. For now, it is bye bye.